School Spotlight, sponsored by Southern Housing, Boy Scouts of America, Natchez Trace Council, Room to Room, and King City Church.
School is in session for kids across our area, and for some, this may be their first time entering elementary school. And one elementary school where you live wants you to know all about them and how important your child's first step into school is. Today, we are talking to one of Grenada Elementary School's teachers. In fact, she is a teacher that has recently started, I believe. And thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Which subject, excuse me, I'd never introduced your name. It is Keisha Harrison. So again, thanks for joining us. What are your goals as a teacher this school year?
So my goal this year is, and every year actually, is to make learning fun, keep the students engaged, and make them fall in love with math. A lot of times our kids have a bad vibe with math, and so I want them to love it and be able to go into the upper grades and do the best that they can do. I also want to meet kids on their level by either remediating, like lowering the standard, or enriching if they need it a little higher.
Yeah, I've always thought math teachers are incredible and science teachers, those subjects just are challenging. And I do think the way that y'all teach it and are making it more understanding for especially young students is a wonderful thing. Now, as a teacher in not just Grenada, but also just as a whole in the education field, what are your challenges?
The main challenge that teachers face is making sure that all the students' needs are met. Not only do we want to give them the education, but we want to make sure they're happy, healthy, and safe as well in and out of the classroom.
And I do want to talk about Grenada Elementary School. What are some exciting things that you just love about this school district?
We have a lot of students. I think Mr. Searle this morning on his interview said we have about 1,500. We have a kidseum here at the school, which is an in-house museum. The kids get to go once in 9 weeks, and that's the pre-K 3 all the way through 3rd grade. My son was even asking about that the other day. When do we get to start? When do we get to start? And the teachers are just always working together, like I said, trying to make sure students' needs are met educationally and outside of the school as well.
And we have mentioned that elementary school may be a first stop for several kids, but it's not just the kids, it's their parents. Do you have any tips for parents who may be adjusting to just this new way of things?
Yes, ma'am. Communication is key. Making sure that you have that open line of communication with your child's teacher or teachers. They may have more than one. Just asking for help no matter what, making sure you're watching their grades. We have lots of resources available. Parents can check their grades. Parents can check all their assessments that they have taken. Mm-hmm. So just making sure you're doing those things. Reading with your kids, practicing fluency with reading and math, whether it be addition, subtraction, multiplying, dividing, depending on their level. But just make sure you ask for help if needed. We're always here. We're usually open 24/7. So if you need us, just holler at us.
Ms. Harrison, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us. Grenada is back in school, right?
We are. Yes, ma'am. We are full-fledged. This was our first full week.
Oh, wow. Well, I wish y'all the best this new school year. And again, thank you so much for taking the time this morning to speak with us.
Thank you for having me.